now we are at the point where we have a fixed edge in here and only one broken edge left on our top and bottom. So look around just to see what you have that's also on this edge. Like the red and green matches up. We also have a red and green here. So we want to replace this so that this red and green lines up with those. And it's going to come in like this. And we're not going to put those red and greens together yet, but if they line up, it'll be easier in a minute. And now what we're going to do is now we're going to restore the centers. Because now at this point, we don't have anything else on the top or bottom to keep switching pieces out for, because they're all fixed and we don't want to break anything that's fixed. So now we have to restore the centers and work with just these last four. And you're going to do these kind of the same way that you would do like a one-by-one kind of approach, but it's still going to be a little bit different. It's just easier, I think, if you think about it this way. We have kind of part of that case with a 5x5. You think of this as one piece. This one is flipped, and the other one's here. So it's easy to line these up. Move it over, flip it upside down, and make sure that your centers are still going horizontal, and move it back. And that whole little algorithm thing is not going to mess up your centers. It'll put those right back. And now we're just going to go through. Look at these last three. We put those green and reds. We lined a few of those up. This one's not lined up, but that's okay. Now we only have these three left. And I have a better idea than the green and reds. You see these two orange and yellows, and this orange and yellow will line up if you put them together. We also have one here, but it's the wrong way. So what we're going to do is we're not going to put that together yet. We need a broken edge on the top or bottom, but I think top is easier. So this one we're not using right now, so we're going to take that one out and put it on the top. Now we have a fixed edge here, which we're going to break for just a second, but we will restore. So now we're going to take this piece and move it in here. And keep in mind we had this fixed edge here, and we have another fixed edge over here. Or we had one before I broke it just now. It's corresponding pieces here. But this is the piece we just put together. And we want to keep those good edges fixed. So we need to turn this back. So now we take our broken edge, switch it out for the one we just started building, and move the centers back. Now we have those two edges which are still fixed, and we have our orange and yellow piece and the rest of our orange and yellow. So now we want to put this back down on our four working edges and make sure that it lines up with this one. So we're going to switch it out for this broken edge. That way we will end up with a broken edge on the top and these orange and reds so that we can line them up. Alright, so now make sure we have our broken edge on top. Two fixed edges here, but that's okay. So we're going to line this one up, replace it with a broken edge, and then restore the centers. And then, just to make sure, we have our fixed edges, and we have just two left. And this is actually a 5x5 case, and that is the advanced pairing method. This is applicable, I guess is the word, I don't know, for the VCube 7, and anything smaller than that, VCube 5, 4, obviously not 3. VCube 7, you just do the exact same thing, except you're just working with 5 pieces instead of 4. So it'll take a little bit longer, but it's the exact same thing you do. And then from here, you just go ahead and solve it like a 3x3, and possibly run into some parodies at the end. And that's about it. Any questions, just comment, or send me a message, or do whatever you want. If you really want me to go into more detail about something, I could make another video, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Again, that's just the biggest thing. You just want to make sure you have all these things horizontal, because if you don't, you're going to have to go back and redo your centers and probably screw up some of your edges you just made, and that will be unfun. So make sure those are always going horizontal. And that's it.